All right, good evening. Welcome to Draft Storm. This is the last day of July already, if you could believe that. There's a NFL football game on tonight, if you could believe that, the Hall of Fame game. So football is right around the corner. Football is the next thing. The NFL draft is the next draft on the book. So from now until April, it's going to be nothing but NFL draft from the Draft Storm just about until maybe we'll throw some hockey in there, especially now with the local team, Penn State, just basically getting all the good prospects down there locally in Penn State. So that'll be cool there. But we have a special episode tonight. We are doing the Big 12 conference. It's a unique conference, and we'll get more into that with my special guest, the man of the hour, as you all know. He'll be coming up here in a second. But before we go, A+ Roofing. If you need to get your roof done or an exterior done, anything on the exterior, you want to reach out to A+ Roofing. You want to give them a call at 412-515-5466. Joey's a great guy that owns that company. A+ Service will do whatever he needs to do to help you with your problems or to get you a new roof put on. You can get a hold of them at aplusroofingexteriors@gmail.com. or visit them at www.aplusroofingexteriors.com. Great company, great guy. You get a chance, give them a call, get an estimate, and let them know that Draft Nation. I'm sorry, that was a Freudian slip. Let them know Sportsvival sent you. I can't believe I said the F word out loud there, but no, tell them that Sportsvival sent you. Whenever you ask for the estimate. Boy, that was a Freudian slip. And Snyder is that was
laughing at you. Laughing at you. For Sports Nation? Really?
No, I didn't say Sports Nation. I said the bad word. But that's just a Freudian slip, man. I guess it's in the back of my mind still somehow. But Snyder, we're doing a unique conference today because let's just say that there's probably not going to be anybody in that conference that makes a run for the title, but yet there's going to be a handful of teams that we're going to see in the top 25 all year long. And actually, they may have as many teams. They have more teams in the ACC, which that ain't hard to do, but they have more. They have a good bit of teams in there. Our preseason top 25 had Arizona State at 15, Kansas State at 18, Baylor at 20, BYU at 23, Texas Tech 24, Iowa State 25. So they're sprinkled all about. I mean, and as you can tell, 15 is the highest rank that we had. So nobody's really gonna go after a title, so to speak. But I mean, they a playoff berth will be had maybe, and it should be. And
thought that last year until Arizona State did it.
That's true with Scadaboo and the crew. They
took
were fun
Texas to OT. Texas to OT, so you never know.
That is very true. So what do you gather from this this group of, I'm not going to say misfits, but a conference that's not it's not as well received as the other conferences, and I guess
no, it's not a premier conference. It's not a premier at all. But they got a lot. They have good teams that like to score points. Defense isn't a priority in this conference. Putting up points is a priority, and they will do it. And there's a handful of teams that are going to put up a lot of points. So if you're going to play these guys, you got to be ready to score also. And they've done it against good teams too. So it's not just they just don't do that against each other. They put up points against good teams.
And one of the things that I noticed about the conference is they're quarterback loaded. There's some quarterbacks in this conference that
they have a lot of guys coming back this year. A lot.
Yeah, like Sam Leavitt, Avery Johnson, Rocco Beck from Iowa State. Iowa State's one of them teams, man, that every season.
Look, BYU has their guy coming back. I mean, right. There's a ton.
Retzlaff. There's a lot of there's a lot of talent in this in this conference, but a lot of NFL talent that we'll be talking about as we get closer to the draft, of course. But if there was a team that you really want to see play this year in this conference, is there a team that you're we have a local team that plays in this conference, of course, West Virginia. They're not going to be in the top 25 this year. That's I highly doubt that.
Probably not. Not.
I mean, they may make a run there at the beginning. They have Pitt, I think, week 3. So if they maybe beat Pitt, go 3-0, you never know. I guess they could be one of them teams that have a potential to maybe sneak in there. But there's a lot of teams. There's some teams we didn't even name in the top 25, and we're going to go to this real quick. There's some teams in this conference. I mean, it's a unique conference because you have Colorado, who has, of course, Dion, so they're always going to be in the national eye. Not this year quite as much, of course, because they lost some talent. Of course,
quarterback and wide receiver. Yeah,
that's true. They lost pretty much their offense.
Yeah.
Do you agree? Like what our top 25 says? Do you agree with how that's going to play out? You think Arizona State has the best shot coming into the season?
Best shot? I'm not going to go. They have the best shot. They have a shot. I mean, Texas Tech lit up the NIL, and they brought in like 20 plus guys. Everyone loves them. They're going to be the darling of the Big 12 early on. Whether they can do it or not, that's up in the air. And Baylor, you pay attention to Baylor. They ended the season on a 6-game win streak, all in the conference, which is good. That's a nice thing to see when you can make a nice run at the end of the year and a lot of guys coming back. That's big for them. Very, very big.
I agree. And I also believe Arizona State's got a lot of hype too right now because of Levitt, and they got one of the better receivers. They have one of the better receivers in the country. Preseason, Jordan Tyson. The more I look at the conference's best players, there's some unique talent in this conference. Cincinnati brings in the Godfather, Dante Corleone. Dante Corleone, one of the best.
That's
best
a beautiful name for a football player.
It is. I mean, a big bruising defensive tackle that basically could have probably came out last year and been like a 5th or 6th round pick. It wouldn't have been a high pick, but he's a guy that NFL teams have been watching for a couple seasons now. But even the bad teams in this conference, though, we'll put the screen back up there. I mean, there's teams that you're used to seeing play. I mean, Kansas has had talent in the last couple of years. Devin Neal.
Here and there, they have a decent year here and there, yeah, but probably not this year.
You've had Houston, who's had a decent year here in the last 5, in the last several years.
But they're just moving into the conference now, so I don't expect much out of them.
Oklahoma State. They've had their seasons
down
in the past. They're very down.
They lost every game in the conference last year.
They're a down team, but they're bad teams, though. Mm-hmm.
No, but they have a stubborn head coach. He's doing the same thing Clemson does. He doesn't want to take in the transfer portal. Last year, it cost him. He took a big pay cut. He may not be back after this season. And he's been there a long time. Gundy, he's been there a long time. He's under intense pressure to do something this year.
What about like TCU? I mean, teams like that. I mean, even though they're not in our top 20, like Utah, I mean, they have from top to
Utah's
bottom.
an interesting one. Utah's an interesting one because Willingham's done very well with them over the years. Mm-hmm. And for them to be down like they were last year was interesting. You got to look at BYU, though, too. BYU was a pretty good team last year. Put up a lot of points with the returning quarterback again. So there's teams all over this conference that could win it. And don't ask me to place a bet on any of them because I have no idea who's going to do it. They're going to be all over the place.
Do you think looking at these teams from top to bottom, like, I'm not going to say talent-wise because that's not the right thing to say, but like competitive-wise, this might be one of the better conferences from top to bottom where any team can win any week, where you don't have like a bottom. You don't have really bottom feeders, so to speak. Like, I mean,
you do, but there's not as many.
Yeah,
the high isn't as high, and the low isn't as low.
That's true. That's what I was saying. They're all like sort of stuck in this middle spot. As you see, TC, Cincy will be a team from Ohio that's not Ohio State, then that's a true thing. Um, and TC Schneider said this. BYU is a sleeper. They're a team that I wouldn't
They
I
won a
wouldn't be.
nice run at the end of the year.
Yeah, the quarterback's good. Retzlaff's good, man. He's
Yeah.
He's in that next tier after the big guys this year coming out, like after the Klubniks and the Newsmeyers. But he's right there. I mean, he's a guy that people want to see play. So I think that's a good statement there too as well. I like this conference. I mean, I think it's an exciting conference. I'm not a big, I'm not gonna say a big fan of the 48 to 45 games all the time. But every once in a while, when you're sitting around at a 9:30 game and you're like, oh man, 38-35, let's pick this one up and watch it. That's what I do a lot of that with this conference.
And there was
some of the games.
I'm trying to find the one team in here was starting out with a really strong schedule. I'm trying to see who it was against. I can't remember. It was like, wow, okay. It was who's Baylor. Baylor's starting out with a couple of tough games. If they get through these tough games, they're going to be good this year. They started out with Auburn and SMU.
Yeah, SMU and Auburn. That's a nice little start there. That's two teams that are are predicted to make the bowl.
They're not great, but they're good. If they get through those two games, then watch out for Baylor this year.
I agree. I think any team that catches the hot hand early in the year, you gotta basically put them in the forefront. I mean, like you said last year, Arizona State really wasn't a team that people talked about till about the middle of the season.
Whenever, they hit a roll. They got Scatabo, who put up a huge year, and they had the wide receiver and a quarterback.
And they do got the quarterback and receiver coming back. If they could find the running back. They can find somebody that replaces Scatabo. They have a chance to be a pretty dominant squad in that conference. I think it's one of them conferences.
There's no doubt.
Some of the other guys that are coming out next year that are unique guys and you mentioned Texas Tech. They have a very good linebacker by the name of Jacob Rodriguez. I believe he just missed he might be in our second team All-Americans. I don't got it memorized as I should, but there's some talent. Like you said, there's talent throughout this conference, man. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked even one of the teams that we didn't name in the top 25. We named 6 teams. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 teams in the top 25, which I think that rivals every conference except for I think SEC was the only one that had more in our top 25, if I ain't mistaken, or they might have been tied with the Big Ten as well. But it's a unique conference, a lot of high scoring. I think it's gonna be one of them conferences that's gonna be really fun to watch and as the season goes on. Is there a team that you want to really pay attention to this year? Like, is there a team that you find unique and you just want to really watch the games? I think Colorado could be that team just because I want to see how Dion reacts without. I mean, he has talent still, of course. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have his top 10.
He had a wide receiving core last year that's all gone,
including Jimmy Horn Jr. Of course. The main guy, Travis Hunter. So it's gonna be unique. I'm gonna see if he and shout out to Dion. I mean, he had cancer, which I thought something. I think me and you might have even talked about that about 5 months ago. I said he didn't look right. The guy did not look right. You knew there was something wrong with him.
No.
So shout out to him. Hopefully everything is good there. I'm not gonna ever be like that. But Terry Walker's in the house. Terry, my boy Terry, who do you like in the Big 12 this year? He says, "What's up, gentlemen?" Terry is the guy last week, Schneider, that said he loves UC. He's a UCLA fan, so this is a little bit out of his.
Everyone has their issues. Everyone has their issues. That's okay.
Well, you like Penn State, so there's definitely some issues in this room. But
hey, they're ranked.
they're ranked high. They're ranked very high.
Yeah.
But Terry, who do you like? Who do you like in the Big 12 this year, man? It's out there, man. I'm telling you, like, I literally think we had 6 experts sitting here right now. All 6 people could pick different teams, and there really wasn't be anybody you can say, "Nah, man, you're wrong," because I really believe there's that many teams that might have the potential, even like a team that didn't make our top 25, like a Utah. I mean, they go on a run. Who knows?
Yep.
Oh, Terry, it's okay. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting we can put this in the chat now. Schneider, you want to tell him who your team is? He said, "Who is this guy's team?"
My team. I'm leaning. There's two teams I'm leaning towards.
No, he means who's your team. Who's your team? I think overall, Penn State. I think he wants to know who your team is.
Oh, that's my favorite team. I don't think they're the best team, but I think that's my team. There's a difference there.
And
until Penn State shows they have wide receivers, it's irrelevant. But this is not about the Big Ten. Let's get back to the Big 12.
Definitely, but I think he wanted to know who your team was because you ragged him for saying he had some issues with UCLA. And there's the hint, Terry. Schneider knew.
If anyone knows me, it's all Penn State. It doesn't matter.
But okay, so Schneider, I think we both agreed on Arizona State when we did the top 25, but that didn't mean that we picked them to win the conference. We just think that they're gonna start the season.
Yeah, we had like how many teams right in that same area? That's really irrelevant. I mean, there's so many different teams that could do it. It's hard to tell. I don't know.
Schneider, is that true, Schneider?
What?
What he said.
I can't see it. I can't see it. It's too little.
Needed the refs to beat us.
Too little.
He said needed the refs to beat us. Is that what happened against UCLA?
No, they won that game easy. It wasn't a blowout, but it was an easy game. They didn't kill them. They did not. But it wasn't. They were never in danger of losing either.
Terry says Arizona State again. I'm pushing that way sort of because of the quarterback receiver combo. But Schneider, who do you, if you had to make a bet right now, a $20 bet at a casino for the team that wins it, who do you think?
BYU.
It's not a bad pick, man. Like I said, and so I got BYU, we got Arizona State. I think TC said earlier he liked Baylor. I mean, you can't go really wrong with any of these.
No, you can't. You can't go wrong with Texas Tech. You can't go wrong with any of these guys. Tech brought in a ton of talent from different schools. Texas oil money is in play here, and they're using it.
And how many Texas schools is that? Is that like all the Texas schools right now? Even like a North Texas getting some money somewhere?
I'm sure they are somewhere.
That's crazy, man. Like you're right though. That oil money is huge. So
it's massive. The guys they brought in, and they're going to be better than they were last year. They brought in talent from Southern Cal, Stanford, other places, not just little dinky schools. They brought in big schools, big Division I schools. Texas Tech's going to be interesting to watch this year. Because if the coach doesn't bring this into a 10-2 season, the coach is history. The money they spent.
That's true. I mean, you're right. Texas Tech, Texas A&M. I mean, there's so much money going around. I mean, A&M basically, people are saying they're basically just picking who they want to come there now. I mean, they're getting the money is just
Texas A&M, SMU. That oil money's huge, son. It's out there.
It's everywhere except for my house. I don't have any of that oil money in my house.
You don't live in Texas.
That's true. But before we go to a commercial, I want to once again remind everybody, A+ Roofing and Exteriors, Joey Campagna. I hope I said the name right. It's tonight's podcast is brought to you by them. You need a roof? You need something done to the exterior of your home? Call them at 412-515-5466. Email them at aplusroofingexteriors@gmail.com or visit them at aplusroofingexteriors.com. And I'm telling you right now, you do that, tell them at Sportsvival, you heard it on Sportsvival, they sent you out here. And you'll be happy with the work he does. I promise you guys that. But we're going to go to a quick commercial. Stick around for our final touches on the Big 12. And as you see it there, everybody, the Villains Network, great shows on the Villains Network. No Mercy Sports. You got the there's so many to speak of. I mean, the Andrew Anderson that runs the Villains Network does a great job of putting things together, getting people in and out, people on the show. He has a South Carolina show coming up. He's a South Carolina guy. Like Snyder said, everybody has their downfall, but
Yeah.
it's a very good media network. They do a little bit of everything. You got people from Iowa. You got Terry from that loves UCLA. You got guys from all over the place. We had a Vanderbilt guy. The poor guy thinks Vanderbilt's going to win 9 or 10 games this year, and I swear to you, he's diehard. Dude, he's diehard about it, man.
Hey, good for him. That's what makes it fun. It is.
All right.
That's what makes it good.
It definitely is. And Terry says, ask your partner. Come on, Terry, not partner. Ask my buddy. Come on, partner sounds a little,
Yeah, we're not going there, son.
Yeah, my buddy. I'm gonna ask my buddy UCLA. Okay, he's gonna ask you, and this is because of what I just told you, Schneider. UCLA or Vanderbilt? Who has a better record this year?
UCLA.
He's gonna love you for that. But I agree. I think I was part of the podcast we did a couple of weeks ago with that guy, Chris. His name's Chris. He loves Vanderbilt. Very knowledgeable college football guy. I'm being honest with you. He could sit here and talk football with us all night long, but
I can't see Vandy doing much.
He takes the homer that extra mile, so to speak. Like I know Pitt, if they win 8 games this year, that's a great season. I mean, if Pitt wins 6, I'm expecting 6-6, sneak into a bowl. That's what I think. That's what I think will happen. I think 8's the ceiling, but I mean, he says 9 or 10 for Vanderbilt in the SEC, which is just mind-boggling.
No. Well, I didn't see their schedule, but I'm gonna doubt that.
Yeah, it's very. And TC, you're right. He says UCLA for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. I think UCLA might have a little bit easier of a road than they do. So Schneider, finishing up this conference, who do you think, in your mind, if you had to pick the player of the year kind of thing, who do you think the best player in this conference is going to end up being this year? That's a tough one to put for.
It's probably going to be the wide receiver out of Arizona State.
That's what I was thinking. Scouting wise, he's the highest prospect in this league by far. He could definitely work his way into a top 20, top 15 kind of draft pick.
I do like the quarterback out of K-State, Avery Johnson.
Yeah,
I've seen him play a few times. Mm-hmm. The guy is fun to watch. Not saying he's going to be the best, but he's fun to watch.
I agree.
He's a big guy who can run and throw.
And it feels like he's one of them guys that's been around for a couple of years, several years.
He has been, yeah. Yep.
And one of the other best guys that you're going to see in this draft, we didn't even talk about him yet, a guy that could be a first-round pick is the tackle from Utah, Spencer Fano. Watch out for this dude.
He's rated real high, yes.
He's a big guy. He could be one of them tackles that could pop into the top 10 as the season goes on. As we know right now, the preseason draft rankings mean virtually nothing. I mean, let's face it, if Arch Manning lights it up and wants to come out, he's going to go number 1. That's the only statement I can make that I think is fair. Would you agree with that? If he lights it up at Texas, wants to come out, gets picked,
if they go undefeated, win the national championship, then the Mannings have a decision. Because everything you've read, they want him to play 2 years. But if he wipes up the SEC this year, how can you not put him out there? Unless Cleveland has first pick, then you go back to school.
Poor Cleveland, man. Cleveland is where the quarterbacks go to die. And right now they have a whole full room. They have a whole room of quarterbacks that are about to die, which is bad.
Yeah, no one wants to go to Cleveland. So if they have the first pick, he's going back to school.
How about this one? Terry's a funny dude. What is your not domestic but professional partner's name? And did he say he lives in Texas? First off, his name is Schneider, Chris Schneider. His name is actually John Christopher Schneider, but we call him Schneider. I've heard him called Chris. I've never really heard you called John. But that's your actual name. Like my real name's John too, but we both go by different things. He is not from Texas. He lives in Pittsburgh. Terry. I don't
Grew
think
up
you
in
ever lived
PA
in
my whole
Texas,
life.
right? Yeah, you never lived in Altoona
Well,
area for a
no, I
while, and
never
then
did. No, been there, but never lived there.
yeah, yeah. So he's not a Texas guy, Terry. I know Terry's a Texas guy that, um, you know, he got tired of saying partner. Um, so the Big
What
12,
part? What part is he from? What part's he from?
Terry, what part of Texas are you from? I think that's where you originally were from. He's been around. He's a military guy, so he's a guy that's popped. He's popped his head around a little bit. Him and the other guy that I do podcasts with sometimes, James Kaplan. He's a guy that's lived in Texas. Now he just moved to Chicago. He just had a big move to the Chicago area.
Because I
San,
was in Clovis, New Mexico,
he said
right across the border.
San Angelo. San Angelo. That's what he said.
San Angelo, my buddy. I know a guy who lives in San Angelo.
Oh, that's pretty wild, man. I never even heard of San Angelo.
You know a Matt Radican. He lives in San Angelo.
3 hours west from San Antonio is what he said. So,
do you know a Matt Radican? I was in his wedding.
if Terry comes back and says I was in that same wedding, then I'm gonna say this is a small world.
No,
man.
he wasn't. But New Braunfels going down the river, all that stuff. Great. It's fun.
So I guess what we're going to tell the sports fans out there, the college football fans out there, don't look for one of these teams to win the national title this year, but look for during the season, you're going to see, I think, a rotation of 5, 6, maybe 7 teams that pop in and out of the top 25. Do you think that's a safe bet?
Oh, they're going to be all over the place, yes.
Like a Utah might pop in that ain't in our top 25 right now, or
they could.
I mean, definitely. Do you think any of these teams? Here's a good question. We have 5 teams, or did I say 6 teams before? I can't remember now.
Whatever, 5, 6, whatever.
I have short-term memory loss. I think sometimes. I think it's from.
I have long-term. Don't worry about it.
It's from being married 28 years. But any of them teams at any point in the season become a top 10 team?
I go top 10.
Like during a week. I mean, it could be week 6. There's a top 10 team.
It could happen. I don't see a top 10 in this league. But if I'm going to give anyone a little love coming out of nowhere, I'll give it to Baylor out of nowhere.
Because they're playing them tough teams, they might show up. If they beat Auburn,
they have a ton of people coming back.
And they beat Auburn and SMU right off the bat. You win them 2 games though. You put yourself under the microscope, which I think that helps rankings. So that's a good point there. But guys, thank you guys. We had it's all 38 people at one time watching this. We have 2 guys talking to us nonstop, which is great. TC's the man. and so everybody knows out there, Terry, if you're still listening, TC Javor is the originator with me. We worked together. One day I sat there and I said, I want to come up with a sports site. And I came up with the name Sportsvival. He's the one that came up with the SV logo, which I'm getting complimented on. I was Snyder, you'll get this. I was at the I got media now for the Riverhounds. This is the Riverhounds game Tuesday. First professional soccer game I ever went to. We didn't score. It was 1-0, which I expected. It went to extra time. The 4 minutes were up and gone, but they had to add 37 more seconds. Pittsburgh headed the ball in at the buzzer. They literally scored the goal, went over, dropped the ball down, and blew the whistle. So it was pretty cool. It was a 1-1 game.
So how many hours of your life did you waste on that?
About 2.5. And then I sat there and got to sit there. I got to interview the coach, which I was sort of shocked. The head coach for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds is a big guy. I'm talking upwards of maybe 400. He's pushing 4. He's a big guy, wow. but he knows the game. He sat there and talked. He talks very, very fluently in soccer. He did like a 40-minute talk. I don't know the sport really well. I'll admit that. I know the 4 sports I think pretty good, but soccer is one of them sports. It's going to take me a long time, man. There's a lot of different. It's like playing chess. It's like hockey playing chess. It's a lot slower. There's a lot of strategy involved. But that's here and there. Talking about European football, Schneider. So you can't get mad at me for getting off the subject. I'm talking football, just spelled a little differently.
You're off subject. Get back on it.
Talking football. It's this FUT football. But Guys, thank you. Next week, Snyder, who are we doing? We did the
Has to be
big,
ACC left.
yeah, we got Big 10 done, we got the SEC done, we got the Big 12 done. We're gonna go to
Has to
the
be SEC.
we're gonna do
ACC.
we're gonna do ACC next year, and we're gonna throw in a little surprise for you. We're gonna do the Independents as well, which ain't hard because it's mostly Notre Dame, and Snyder hates
What?
Notre
There's
Dame.
only like 2 or 3 independents.
Is UConn's one of them now, right? UConn, I think
Well,
UConn,
like
Notre
2 or
Dame.
3. I don't know who it is off the anymore. I don't even know who they are anymore.
I think it's UConn,
Really
Notre
don't.
Dame, and a
Other
real
than
small
Notre
school.
Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame UConn is a real small college that never gets much love. But we're gonna do ACC in that next week, and then we're gonna start getting into the week 1 matchups here in the next couple of weeks. I know it's because week 0, I should say, week 0 matchups. We'll start getting involved. You'll see articles on the website showing the guys that are playing each week to take a look at. And then one other thing I wanted to mention is our scouting notebook is. I'm 1 day away. I'm putting the finishing touches on it. I'm gonna send it to Amazon. It'll be out no later than end of August. So you guys that want to that are on the show, like Terry, you're part of the other podcast. Snyder, of course, I'll get you a book. You guys take notes. At the end of the year, when I start doing the draft guide, anybody you have stuff like I expect Terry, you to be the UCLA guy for me. You gotta be honest, so you can't be a homer. You got to tell me the truth. You got a running back. That's good. Schneider's my Penn State guy. That's 2 less schools that I gotta worry about watching. But that's what I want from you guys. And you guys get your name in the draft guide is one of the
Still need them tickets to the whiteout. Penn State whiteout. We need them somehow.
I'm gonna try Schneider. It might be in a press box. I don't know if we can handle. We went by a tailgate, which would be sucky.
No, you can't do a press box. Because I'm not going up to a Penn State game and not cheering.
That's true. And you can't cheer in the press box. You can't cheer in the press box. It's hard, man.
I know. So it ain't going to happen.
But guys, thank you so much. Once again, thank you, A+ Roofing. I got some great sponsors on the site. Get on www.sportsvival.com. We got Roofer, we got Impact HVAC, we got some bars on there. I'm probably gonna go to Spoonwood after work tomorrow, Schneider. If you want to stop a little bit of happy hour tomorrow, 4 to 6 at Spoonwood tomorrow. But guys, thank you so much for listening. Join us, www.sportsvival.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, which I'm on YouTube right now. We're doing YouTube and the Facebook, so I think it's why we got a little bit more viewers tonight. Get on YouTube and subscribe because there's a Hines Ward autographed jersey, and we're still so far away from doing it. Get on there, get your name involved, and we're gonna auction that off.
It is sweet, people. It is sweet, people. Get on there.
It's from the Batman.
It's original.
It is
from the Batman, the Dark Knight Rises, whatever it is.
Yes, from the Batman Rises or whatever it is. I think it's or Night. Yeah, Dark Knight. Right.
The Dark Knight Rises.
So thank you guys.
Yes,
thank you,
Hines
Snyder.
Ward running across the field. That's his jersey. That's where you're getting, people.
And it's autographed by the man.
I already have 500 orders in.
I'd be doing it if you did. But all right, guys. Thank you, Snyder. Thank you, guys.
Later.